Prime Minister Modi highlights the immense possibilities for global investors in India at the vibrant Gujarat Summit 2015. He pledges to work on ease of doing business and says that Make in India will help India become a global manufacturing hub. Major attendees at the vibrant Gujarat Summit include UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and US Secretary of State John Kerry. Welcoming participants from over 100 countries, Gujarat's Chief Minister Anandiben Patel says that the state will be a trendsetter for the PM's Make in India campaign. She also invites investments in new sectors like roads, power and MSME and defence. Gujarat's annual event sees India Inc. in full attendance. Reliance Industries' Mukesh Ambani says he will invest 1 lakh crore rupees in Gujarat in the next 12 to 18 months. Kumar Mangalam Birla also says that they will set up retail and solar businesses in Gujarat. Suzuki Chairman Osamu Suzuki says that Gujarat will drive India's economic success story in the coming years. And the World Bank president expects India to grow by 6.6% this year. Jim Yong Kim highlights the importance of the GST reform at the Gujarat Summit 2015. He says the GST is the key to simplifying the investment structure in India. Global investors show confidence in India under PM Modi's leadership. MasterCard chief Ajay Banga, who is also heading the USIBC delegation, highlights the need to sort out immigration issues between India and the US. And meanwhile, Sam Walsh, CEO of Rio Tinto, says that their total business in India is in the range of $2 billion. Hello and welcome to the special edition of the Gujarat Vibrant Summit 2015 on CNBC TV 18. I'm Davina Munro coming to you live from the Mumbai News Centre. And of course, our top story today, a mega Modi show in Gandhinagar today, as of course the 7th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Summit kicks off today. Looking of course for lucrative investment opportunities, business heads from across the world have converged in Gandhinagar for the 2-day summit. First of course conceptualized back in 2003, the summit is Narendra Modi's pet project. Key speakers also at the event include US Secretary of State John Kerry and UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. The Prime Minister's Make in India campaign gets a thumbs up as well from Indian and global honchos, and India Inc. too promises big bucks to Gujarat. And Kritika Saxena now joins us live from Gandhinagar from the Gujarat Summit. Kritika, a couple of questions for you first. Now, firstly, take us through what the key takeaways are from the Prime Minister's speech.
You know, Davina, the Prime Minister was largely focusing on the various reforms and policies that he has ensured take place over the last couple of months. He has categorically mentioned that, as far as FDI is concerned, be it insurance, be it in defense, be it in manufacturing, he has ensured that reforms and policies have been fast-tracked. Interestingly, he did point out that they are working towards simplifying the tax regime. They do understand that investors have had concerns when it comes to the issues with respect to investing in India, the red tape in India, and he is working towards simplifying this. Several areas that he talked about, he spoke about digital inclusion, he spoke about how they are creating highways, just the way there are highways in India. They are working towards ensuring that broadband connectivity reaches all villages. There wasn't any timeline that he gave, but he said that in the next couple of months we will get some clarity on a clear-cut roadmap for digital India. They are working to strengthen the infrastructure, the road, the power and the port sector. They are working also to develop the overall energy framework that they have. So several areas that he spoke about, but largely he did ensure investors that India in the next 1 year would be a simpler place to work in. And you know, what more could investors ask for, Davina? A clear-cut tax regime is likely soon.
All right, Kritika, we also heard Jim Yong Kim, the president of the World Bank, speak earlier, and he said that the World Bank actually expects India's growth between 6.4 to 6.6%. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, interestingly, while he was pointing out the various areas where India possibly has been struggling over the last couple of quarters. What he did say is that the strength that he had seen in the Indian economy, the clarity by the RBI, the simplification of taxation and policy regime ensures him that in the next 1 year, he is confident that India should be able to grow by 6.4 to 6.5%. That is the official estimate that they've made. This number hasn't been released as yet. What he does, however, say is that there are a couple of areas that need to be simplified. Post the budget, there should be some clarity, but a minimum of 6.4 to 6.6% is what he has indicated. If post the second half of the year, there are policies that are cleared out, if there are clear-cut regimes that are sorted out, we could possibly see India growing larger and at a faster pace of growth. So this year is the timeline he's given, CY15. Big number coming in there, and definitely a big relief for investors over here.
Okay, Kritika, going over to India Inc. now, we've heard numerous voices actually from the corporate world speak, like Mukesh Ambani, Osamu Suzuki and KM Birla as well, to name a few. And all of them have actually said that they will commit thousands of crores, in fact, to setting up new plants and businesses in Gujarat. What are the key investments committed by corporates and also the takeaways from corporate India?
So, Davina, essentially what happens in Vibrant Gujarat is the day starts with an inauguration function. You mentioned the names, and we've been flashing and we've been showing all those big faces all through the day. It includes Mukesh Ambani, Kumar Mangalam Birla, several of global CEOs from Rio Tinto, from MasterCard, Anil Ambani, Adi Godrej, several other people who are here. The list is exhaustive. But in terms of investments, ideally we get a very clear-cut number by the end of the 2 days as to the kind of MOUs that have been signed. But on day one, so far, Mukesh Ambani has committed 100,000 crore rupees. Largely, he says that he will be able to invest in Digital India and Make in India, which is basically manufacturing. They are specifically looking at investing in Gujarat in the next 12 to 18 months. Now, as far as what the Birla Group is looking at, they are looking at investing around 20,000 crore rupees. They have committed this, that is only for brownfield expansion. So they are also looking at investing in other newer areas like solar, as you earlier mentioned out. They're also looking at cement, they're looking at energy, so there will be special, and they're entering retail through Gujarat. So there will be an additional investment, so that 20,000 crore minimum. Now, I've been talking to a couple of Gujarat officials as well. What they indicate is that so far there has, from the global investors, if you combine the overall amount, there's almost $2 billion to $3 billion that is coming in. Most of the names that are likely to invest, and Rio Tinto also did mention this earlier in his speech, that he is actively talking to invest around. There's a diamond mine that they are looking at, and that could take an investment of around $2 billion. Several other areas like MSN, and specifically sector-wise, there's roads, there's infrastructure where international investment is coming in. So yes, the main part of the day is over, Davina. There's a global CEO conclave wherein CEOs will interact with each other. They will get the chance to speak to the various chief ministers in the state. So I'm standing right here. We will keep getting you updates of what are the conversations, and by the end of the day, there will be a clear-cut definition of the number of MOUs signed, the exact amount of investment that is coming in.
All right, thanks so much for that, Kritika. So Kritika Saxena, they're joining us from Gandhinagar live at the Vibrant Gujarat Summit 2015. Of course, so a lot of investment, as you can see, coming in from India Inc. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressing the inaugural session of the summit said that his government is committed to change and improve the social and economic condition of India. Also reiterating the fact that they were not merely just making commitments over there and announcements, and have also shown results.
The biggest concern is about the global economy. We all have to find the ways for stability and recovery. We also have to work for sustainable and inclusive growth. I announced that defense production in the country would be encouraged. The next step was to open the defense sector for foreign direct investment up to 49%. We are planning to build smart cities equipped with world-class amenities. For this purpose, we have further liberalized the FDI policy in construction sector. We have put focus on building infrastructure through public and private investments. This will include national roads, national grids for gas, electricity, and water grid. In order to execute the infrastructure plan, a fast-track PPP mechanism is being put in place.
And welcoming participants from over 100 countries, Gujarat Chief Minister Anandiben Patel said that the state will be a trendsetter, in fact, for the PM's Make in India campaign. She also invited investments in new sectors like roads, power, MSME and defence. Hear out.
We have robust infrastructure, but would like to develop more on port, road and power. We are petroleum hub of the country. We are planning to become education and healthcare hub. We are looking at new areas like defense production and electronic goods. Our main strength will be MSME sector, medium and small industries.
And global dignitaries who were part of the summit include John Kerry, US Secretary of State, and also Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the UN, applauded Modi and his idea of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. John Kerry, of course, said that Modi had already made the name Gujarat synonymous with possibilities and opportunities, thus, of course, giving the entire country hope.
I want to ensure that our economic relationship grows stronger in every respect. We share Prime Minister Modi's goal of increasing our country's annual trade fivefold in the years ahead, and we want to expand our commercial ties and change the way our businesses talk with one another so that we can take this relationship and these relationships, plural, to the new heights that we envision. We can do exactly what Jim Kim said. We can end extreme poverty in our lifetimes. In fact, our economic partnership is already growing stronger by the day. Annual trade in goods and services between the United States and India has grown nearly fivefold since 2000 alone. Bilateral foreign direct investment now stands at nearly $30 billion.
I call on India's business community to lead the transformation we need to achieve sustainable development and inclusive growth.
All right, coming up top, corporate honchos allocate big bucks to Gujarat. More details on the other side. Stay with us.
Welcome to Sensible Investing. Sensible investing is stock market returns through ETFs. Sensible investing is tax-free returns through ETFs. Sensible investing is anytime liquidity through ETFs. ETF. Enjoy the future. National Stock Exchange.
बिन मिलेगा, बैग मिलेगा, बीन बैग मिलेगा। indiamart.com काम नहीं बनता है।
टोर गया मुंशी अल्लाह पै गया बिछोड़ा लगी कैंची गमा दी ओ लगी कैंची गमा दी
CNBC TV 18 and HUL's Lessons in Marketing Excellence improved our ideation and presentation skills. We were coached by experts on how to ideate sharply and also how to present it better. By giving us real-life case study challenges to solve, Lessons in Marketing Excellence offered us a platform to really make a difference.
CNBC TV 18 and HUL present Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6. Associate sponsor Frederic Constant Geneve. Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited. Associate sponsor Frederic Constant Geneve. Powered by Gioni.
Style. Style doesn't shout or wave or say hi. Style just arrives in style. Style never introduces itself. Style never talks, but people still listen. Style is the role model in the supermodel. Style always leads the way. Style doesn't end when all alone. It stays with you because you're born with it. Blender's Pride Fashion Tour. Taste life in style.
Okay, welcome back. And Gujarat's annual event has seen India Inc. in full attendance today. Reliance Industries' Mukesh Ambani says that he will invest about 1 lakh crore rupees in Gujarat in the next 12 to 18 months. Meanwhile, Kumar Mangalam Birla says they will set up retail and solar businesses in Gujarat. And Suzuki chairman Osamu Suzuki says that Gujarat will drive India's economic success story in the coming years.
We will invest over 100,000 crores in the next 12 to 18 months in Gujarat in contributing to the Make in India and the Digital India initiatives. As a part of our investments in retail and providing world-class digital services, we will partner and enable thousands of small businesses and Gujarati entrepreneurs. These partnerships will create a virtuous cycle of prosperity for millions of Gujaratis.
I think that for any investors, not just for foreign entrepreneurs, but even for us, stability and visibility is always a very good thing.
So you had the World Bank talking about 6.4% growth in 2015. That would mean that you have to see a manufacturing also picking up in this year. Will that revive the entire investment climate in India?
I think manufacturing picking up is very important for India, just given the fact that we have such a young population. So, and I think this government recognizes that clearly and is doing all the right things to promote manufacturing. So one is very hopeful.
I think it's been an outstanding success. This is my second time here after 2009, and every time you come here it's bigger, it's stronger, and it delivers, I think, a much more punch with these investment plans.
Sir, the Prime Minister spoke about stable policy and tax regime. Will that attract investments?
Clearly, I think that message was for the global audience here, that India will have stable tax regime, and I think that message should go down very well globally. And he spoke about ease of doing business. I think both these things resonate extremely well with the global audience.
Sir, what do you make out of the 3G auction prices which have been...
See, government sets the prices. We have to take our decisions in participation, and I think they are now launching the auction on the 25th of February. We'll all get prepared.
Are you fine with the pricing?
Pricing is not a question of fine or not, because these are reserve prices. The discovered prices can be very different. We've had one auction where there was very little participation. There have been two auctions where there was heavy participation. So I think pricing of reserve price in itself is not an issue. Let's see what the discovered price is.
And more investments in Gujarat. Adani Enterprises also announces an MOU with Sun Edison to set up solar manufacturing facility worth 25,000 crores. Now, this new joint venture with Sun Edison is expected to create about 20,000 jobs over there. And the new facility, of course, will be constructed in Munro in Gujarat over the next 3 years. All right, coming up, the World Bank is betting big on India and expects India to grow by 6.4% this year. More details on the other side. Stay with us.
N.R. Narayana Murthy founded Infosys in 1981 and over the years mentored Infosys to become a global leader in consulting, technology and outsourcing solutions, making him one of India's biggest business icons. To vote for NRN Murthy as one of India's top 15 business icons, give a missed call to 1-800-266-0918. Tweet NRN Murthy using hashtag IBI2015 or visit www.indianbusinessicons.in. CNBC TV 18's Indian Business Icons, Leaders, Trailblazers, Radicals.
Word on the street is that I got the speed and I'm driven, I'm reaching the peak and the people are screaming that I am the meanest. I speak for the dreamers. They calling me what? They calling me what? They calling me me. Word on the street, I'm a machine.
CNBC TV 18 and HUL's Lessons in Marketing Excellence gave us a chance to pick on the brains of India's biggest advertising gurus. It was an extremely inspiring and a great learning experience. We felt absolutely elated and very proud on seeing our film on all major channel networks.
CNBC TV 18 and HUL present Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6. Associate sponsor Frederic Constant Geneve. Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited. Associate sponsor Frederic Constant Geneve. Powered by Gioni.
What? 80% off! Over 20 new mega sales up to 80% off every day at 9 a.m. Log on to fashionnew.com.
Yes! गारमेंट्स में कुछ भी हो, बस टीटी गारमेंट्स. अच्छे लगें, अच्छे दिखें, टीटी. गारमेंट्स में कुछ भी हो, बस टीटी गारमेंट्स. अच्छे लगें, अच्छे दिखें, टीटी.
Accelerate India Technology for Growth is a great platform for us to, on one side, bring the technology innovations that are happening in the industry today and bring together stakeholders from all industries, especially government, as they roll out large IT initiatives, Digital India, Skill India, Make in India. And it's a great way to bring together these stakeholders and have a rich conversation.
Microsoft presents Accelerate India Technology for Growth in partnership with CNBC TV 18 and moneycontrol.com.
Presented by Microsoft.
Welcome back. Now, another big headline coming out of the vibrant Gujarat summit. The World Bank is bullish on growth in India. The World Bank president expects India to grow by 6.4% this year. Jim Yong Kin highlights the importance of the GST reform at the Gujarat Summit 2015, and he also says that GST is the key to simplifying the investment structure in the country.
We project that India will be a bright spot in an otherwise mediocre global economic outlook. Its economy, according to our projections, is expected to grow 6.4% this year and even faster in 2016. In addition, Prime Minister Modi and his government are quickly putting in place the building blocks for even more rapid growth.
And global investors also show confidence in India under PM Modi's leadership. Now, MasterCard chief Ajay Banga, who's also heading the USIBC delegation, highlights the need to sort out immigration issues between India and the US. And meanwhile, Sam Walsh, CEO of Rio Tinto, says that their total business in India is in the range of $2 billion.
The USIBC is very keen that India and the United States strike a bilateral investment treaty at the earliest possible. It will help in the predictability and consistency that business people need. And by the way, there's work to be done on the US side as well. The 114th Congress has just assembled in the United States. They need to make sure that as they address the issue of immigration, a very big issue in the United States, it is critical they do so without creating unintended consequences for India and Indian companies.
We have two very large potential projects here in India, one in Odisha state in iron ore, a potential $2 billion project, but more importantly, a diamond project in Madhya Pradesh, which will add 30,000 jobs in the diamond cutting industry here in Gujarat.
I think it's been the most inspirational morning with brilliant speeches. From the Prime Minister of Bhutan was outstanding. John Kerry made a very good speech, and of course Prime Minister Narendra Modi, rarely speaking in English, made a fabulous speech. The content was outstanding and shows how much he's achieved in just a matter of 7 months. I spoke at the Pravasi Bharati Divas, and I remember speaking about soft power, and I said soft power on its own is good, but soft power backed by hard power and combined with hard power makes smart power. And Narendra Modi has that amazing hard power, soft power. He uses the word takat in his speeches. Narendra Modi is smart power, and India has the potential to have enormous smart power.
So will that translate into investments into India, especially in his Make in India campaign?
Absolutely. And the Make in India campaign is so important for me with my business Cobra. Manufacturing is absolutely key. And that's what we are, manufacturers. And manufacturing creates jobs. In the UK now, we were neglecting manufacturing for many years. Now, for the past few years, we've been putting an emphasis on manufacturing. It's 10% of our GDP, and it's not only manufacturing, good quality manufacturing. And Mr. Modi constantly emphasizes the quality of manufacturing. And the more we encourage manufacturing, the more you encourage Make in India, the more you will get jobs being created, which is essential. And of course, linked to that is skills. And he set up this amazing new ministry of skills and entrepreneurship. To have entrepreneurship in the name of a ministry is wonderful.
All right, so Narendra Modi is smart power, and with that, it's a wrap on this special edition. Stay tuned to CNBC TV 18 for more news and updates through the day.
When everyone else spent hours knotting their bow ties, one exceptional man did it just once. The creator of the pre-knotted bow tie was 1 in 100. That's 69.in. Be 1 in 100.
Not everything that glitters is gold.
There's nothing to talk about it. There's no profit seen in 10 years, almost zero revenues in 10 years, barring few lakh in 2013.
And sometimes you find gold hidden in plain sight.
The market of the company is trading around 150, 160 crores, but the total value of investment is nearly 1200 crores.
CNBC TV 18's Varinder Bansal identifies company where price and value don't match, so that investors can make the right investment calls. It's the Friday favorite, Did You Know, on Closing Bell. And it's what we do at CNBC TV 18 every day. It's not just news, it's journalism.
सिर्फ 4 महीनों में प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना के तहत 10 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा खाते खोले गए।
बच्चों के भविष्य की चिंता मेरी तरह कमला को भी थी। मैंने उसका बैंक में खाता खुलवाया, बचत का सही रास्ता बताया।
बैंक में खाता खोलने हेतु अधिक से अधिक लोगों को प्रेरित, प्रोत्साहित व शिक्षित करें। अब अपने आधार कार्ड के जरिए बैंक में खाता खुलवाएं। यदि पहले से ही खाता है तो शीघ्र ही अपना आधार नंबर खाते में दर्ज कराएं।
घर में तो बैंक खाता बनेगा अपना भाग्य विधाता।
A brand that occupies pride of place in almost every Indian kitchen.
जो बीवी से सचमुच करते प्यार, वो प्रेस्टीज से कैसे करें इनकार?
Brand challenge is primarily to build trust in the consumer's mind in an area where they felt they knew better than you.
The unchallenged king of kitchens across the country. Watch the prestige story unfold. only on the all-new series, Brands That Build India, at these times on CNBC TV 18. Presented by Future Group. Utna hai aaj, abhi.
This is TV 18. And you're watching